Extreme heat warnings extended. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Eric Miller. The National Weather Service has extended the heat advisory and extreme heat warning through tomorrow. Today is day 3 of a 6-day stretch of WRAL weather alert days as hot temperatures continue to roast central North Carolina. Meteorologist Grant Skinner is in the WRAL Severe Weather Center with more on the heat. Grant.
Yeah, heat index value is still quite high right now. You can see Raleigh at 104, South Hill at 109. It was just at 111 not too long ago. Southern Pines at 108, Goldsboro cooler at 88 degrees for the heat index. We've had some spots that have seen some showers and storms and have had the ability to cool off just a bit across our area. Here's dual Doppler 5000. The majority of the showers and storms are now to the south and east. There were some stronger storms right along the coastline and working their way south and east, where they have since dissipated for the most part. There are still some storms lingering and moving to the south and east right along I-40, but there are a couple more showers now right over 95. Otherwise, pretty quiet now across our area, but we saw some downpours earlier, some that dropped an inch to maybe even 2+ inches of rain. You can see some there, and also near Wilson, a shower there. This was right over Hope County, just west of Fayetteville, where we saw that heavier shower or storm just east of Rayford. And you can see lower amounts to the north. You can see a trace amount over Raleigh, where we had a couple of showers earlier, but otherwise it's been mostly quiet for the majority of the area. Here's Wilson. You can see everything's mostly quiet now, just some lingering cloud cover. We could see some more isolated showers and storms there tomorrow, and we're definitely going to see more intense heat over the next handful of days. We'll talk more about those heat alerts and also how long this heat lasts coming up in a bit.
Oof, Grant, thank you very much. Some state parks across our area are set to reopen this week after facing significant storm damage from Tropical Depression Chantal. Others are still working to clear out debris left from those rushing floodwaters. WRL's Kirsten Clark is at Jordan Lake this evening. Kirsten, some areas there are open while others still covered in debris.
Eric, we are near the Jordan Lake State Recreation Area where there is still plenty of damage and debris here. You can see here behind me just logs and branches scattered across this path. And if you actually look further in the distance, you can see this pier. There is literally a tree on top of it with some of the railing missing. Now take a look at this video we have here of more damage and high water levels last week here at Jordan Lake. Director of North Carolina State Parks Brian Strong tells us most of the swim beaches, including Ebenezer and Seaforth, are open. He says some trails and boat ramps are slowly reopening as debris is cleared, while others, like Robeson Creek, remain closed. As for other state parks in the area, Eno River is still closed and could remain closed for a while with heavy damage still there. He says, however, Occoneechee Mountain in Hillsborough is expected to reopen on July 28th. And Strong says people looking forward to getting back out to these parks should keep the extreme heat in mind as well.
All of our ranger staff have been trained as first responders, so they can respond. We're out there usually with our UTV handing out bottled water to people.
Now, Strong says that these parks are preparing for potential future storms. Jordan Lake was impacted by Helene. They lost some buildings. Those buildings are being rebuilt, but staff is making sure to rebuild those buildings outside of floodplains. They're also stocking up on any supplies that could help in future storms. Live at Jordan Lake, Kirsten Clark, WRAL News.
Kirsten, thank you very much. All right, keeping cool at the Outlaw Music Festival. Willie Nelson, Bob Dylan, and more are playing at the Coastal Credit Union Music Park at Walnut Creek right now, where there are misting and water bottle refill stations set up at the venue to try to help keep fans cool in all that heat. And you can track the rising temperatures with the newly redesigned WRAL weather app. It's, of course, free to download from your phone's app store. Make sure to turn on push notifications so you can get important weather alerts sent right to your home screen. One man is dead after an hours-long standoff in Knightdale today. Police say they were first called to the home on Planters Walk subdivision around 9 a.m. for a welfare check of a suicidal man. When officers got there, that man ran into the home. Officers then evacuated several nearby homes and called in a Wake County Special Response Team and negotiators. After several hours, they went into the home and found the man dead. Police say he had taken his own life. Nobody else was hurt during this standoff. A 17-year-old driver died in a Wake County crash. 2 passengers in that car, ages 17 and 18, were injured. This happened early yesterday morning on Chalk Road, just outside of Wake Forest city limits. Troopers say the driver was speeding. The car went airborne, hit a tree, and overturned. The sister of one of the 2 injured passengers says her brother is in critical condition on life support in the hospital. Troopers say the other passenger was also taken to the hospital. We're working to learn more about the teens involved in this crash. A trooper is facing a long road to recovery tonight after State Highway Patrol says a man intentionally slammed his car into the trooper's SUV during a high-speed chase. This all happened on July 25th, around 10:45 p.m. in Davie County. SHP says 26-year-old Luis Almanza was going over 100 miles an hour on I-40 and refused to stop for one trooper. That kicked off the high-speed chase that topped out at speeds of 140 miles an hour. SHP says Almanza then intentionally swerved and slammed into the second trooper's SUV, which was parked in the median, waiting to help, causing it to flip over multiple times. The North Carolina Sheriff Police Alliance identified that trooper as Houston Holcomb. Both Trooper Holcomb and Almanza were rushed to the hospital with serious injuries. Almanza now faces multiple felony charges, including felony assault on a law enforcement officer. Lawmakers in Raleigh are bracing for a veto showdown this week. Both the State House and Senate will be back in session on Monday. Republicans in both chambers are looking to override at least some of Governor Josh Stein's vetoes. Stein has vetoed 14 bills while in office. Those bills include efforts by Republicans to loosen gun laws, ban DEI in schools and state agencies, and require city, county, and state government officials to cooperate with federal immigration enforcement efforts. Republicans have a veto-proof majority in the Senate, but will need the support of at least one Democrat in the House to override any of Stein's vetoes. The 2026 election is still well over a year away, but well, even with that countdown clock, things are already heating up, which makes sense because this could end up as one of the most expensive congressional races in history. Most presidential battleground states don't have a Senate election on the ballot next year. That'll only add on the pressure and attention on North Carolina. So this is just a race between Roy Cooper and Michael Whatley, or could they face strong primary challengers? And what issues does our NC Capitol team expect this race to focus on? You can find our brand new U.S. Senate FAQ online at the NC Capitol section of WRAL.com.
I'm Elizabeth Holmes in the WRAL Live Center. Some big trade news. The U.S. and the European Union have set a deal for a 15% tariff across the board. Now, this comes after President Trump met with the European Union's commission chief in Scotland at his golf course. Now, here's how it will impact us. This could have an impact on cars, semiconductors, pharmaceuticals. They also agreed to a 0-for-0 tariff on some things like chemicals, agricultural products, and generic drugs. But it is important to note that members of the European Union will have to approve of this before it can actually take place. Now, this is a reduction from the 30% tariff threats that President Trump made earlier, but market experts say anything above that 15% tariff would be harmful to the global economy.
Elizabeth, thank you very much. A Wake County gamer says he was struck by lightning during an online live stream, leaving viewers stunned. WR's Flynn Snyder talked to the gamer about the shocking experience that was caught on camera.
Obviously. Gamer Christian Howard was close to ending his online live stream when he got quite the shock. A sudden flash followed by Howard bolting from his chair. The stream still live. He returns and tells viewers,
"Bro, I just got struck by lightning. I felt lightning go through my earbuds."
The gamer, who goes by the username CrispyMate, says he was wearing earbuds partially made out of metal when lightning struck on July 19th outside his Wake County home. The shock inside caught on camera.
When you watch the video back, what did you think?
Yeah, when I watch it back, I'm just very surprised. If you were to take like a gum strip gag toy and just pull it and you get that little zap, I got both the sensations, then all my vision went white. And then I bolted.
WRAL meteorologist Amy Wilmoth says lightning can travel through pipes and electrical wires.
You don't want to be attached to any kind of device that's attached to a light socket or an electrical socket. Headphones connected to a device that's plugged into a wall, that's certainly a danger in an electrical storm.
Ow!
Howard says he was not seriously hurt.
Felt amazing when I woke up, went straight to the gym, had the best workout of my life. It just feels like a giant drum, just somebody beats the drum in your eardrum.
And is taking precautions before the next storm hits.
Making sure I'm safe. If I know there's a storm, I'll probably try to avoid it as best as I can.
Calming concerned viewers, Howard eventually ended the live stream, a gaining experience he won't soon forget.
I'm gonna stop stream.
Flint Snyder, WRAL News, Holly Springs.
Yeah, amazing that didn't fry the camera and that he's okay. Flynn, thank you very much. All right, caught on security camera, a burglar violently breaking into a Durham store. And just ahead, why the store owner says this is a big blow to his small business. And if you see breaking news, have a story tip, or shoot some video or pictures of our weather out there, please report it to us. Go to WRAL.com/report it to send your video, pictures, or tip to our news team. We'll be right back. Tonight, we're getting a new look at yet another break-in of a small business in Durham. The thief was inside for just seconds, but caused hundreds of dollars in damage and made off with thousands of dollars of equipment. This all happened at Yours Durham. That's a film camera shop and studio on North Gregson Street in downtown. The shop's owner says it all happened early in the morning, all the way back on June 25th. He thought this was an isolated incident until he saw more videos surfacing this week showing a string of similar break-ins across downtown Durham.
Seems like this is not a sophisticated job. It's someone who needs help. So with all of this, I'm confident that they'll end up catching this person.
Durham police haven't confirmed if this incident is connected to recent break-ins at Luella Wine, Beer and Beverage and the Durham Beer Garden. So far, no arrests have been made in any of these cases. GalaxyCon's brand new Street Fest wrapped up, well, just a few minutes ago, and there's less than 2 hours remaining for the rest of those 2025 festivities. Despite the 100-degree temperatures on Fayetteville Street this afternoon, plenty of sci-fi and fantasy fans were happy to stroll around outside. We saw them shopping for souvenirs, getting food, and finding ways to stay cool.
I've got a water bottle with me in this bag. It's a insulated water bottle. I like that they have a lot of food trucks and a lot of options for drinks, food, anything like that.
Just taking a lot of breaks, drinking like water, Gatorade, and going inside sometimes.
Using this, drinking some cool drinks, staying in the shade when I can.
Yeah, it's still got to be hot under those wigs. GalaxyCon itself ends at 8 p.m. tonight. WRAL is, of course, a proud media partner of this hugely popular downtown event. And Grant, it really is brutal out there. Like, I'm starting to sweat just looking at that map behind you.
Yeah, very hot out there still. They're mentioning having water. Electrolytes are important as well. Taking those breaks in the AC or in the shade as much as possible over the next handful of days is going to be really important. Heat alerts continue through Monday. Heat warnings in place, extreme heat warning for much of the area and areas to the south and east as well. For heat index values up to 115 degrees. And this area in orange here is the heat advisory. That continues through Monday as well for Granville, Vance counties, also Person County and points to the north as well. Heat index values up to 108 degrees. Regardless, it's going to feel very hot out there. But I'm here with some good news. At the end of this week, we have some relief in sight. So front sags southward. It'll be a cold front that'll bring some increased chances for showers and storms on Thursday and Friday. This heat wave is finally going to break. So we have a better chance for showers and storms. But with that, the temperatures cool off behind the cold front. So isolated storms through Wednesday, then look at Thursday and Friday, up to 50-60% for our rain chances. So more scattered showers and storms across the area. And we have WRAL weather alert days through Wednesday, but then Thursday, a bit cooler with increased rain chances, just a bit cooler. Well, once the front passes on Friday, that's when we'll see the big drop in temperatures into the mid 80s on Friday. And I got a hint for you, it's going to look even better for the weekend. We'll talk about that in a second. This is Wilson. We had a downpour there earlier, a strong storm for a brief period of time. Wind gets up to 40 to 50 miles per hour. Now it's quieter across much of our area. There were some severe thunderstorm warnings just to the south and east. Now radar is pretty quiet. There are some brief showers starting to work their way into northern portions of Person County. So areas just north of Roxborough could see some downpours here soon. But for the most part, it's quiet. Still some isolated storms will be possible through tonight. For the most part, areas have looked like this today. This is Franklinton. It's beautiful there, just some scattered clouds, but tons of blue skies, and it's just hot out there. Temperatures still in the mid to upper 90s for many spots. Other spots that have seen some rain are cooler. 84 in Fayetteville. Then you go north towards Raleigh and Durham, 96 degrees there. 88 in Rocky Mount, Southern Pines, still at 94 degrees. And you can see that severe risk does continue through the rest of tonight, a level 1 of 5 risk. We could see some brief strong wind gusts with those isolated showers and storms I was just mentioning through the rest of this evening. We'll keep that rain chance at 20%. So not everyone will see these isolated storms, but they are possible through this evening. So keep that in mind. Temperatures will drop into the mid 80s by 11 p.m. Then by tomorrow morning, we'll have similar temperatures to this morning at around 80 degrees. Some spots upper 70s, spots closer to the sand hills, closer to the low 80s, and we'll keep partly cloudy skies and it will stay humid. This is going to look similar to what it looked like for today. You can see for Monday, right above 100 degrees for the heat index by 10, 11 a.m. That continues through 8, 9 o'clock. So it's going to be very, very hot. Once again, highs sitting in the mid to upper 90s, some spots over 100 degrees. So hot the next few days, but there is relief in sight. Look at Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. Overnight lows in the mid to upper 60s, some comfortable mornings. Looking forward to some drier air, lower rain chances. A lot of good in sight, but we have to get through some intense heat for the first half of the week.
Just got to suffer for a couple of days, Grant.
Yes.
Thank you very much. All right, the Panthers signed South Carolina native Hunter Renfrow to a one-year deal. Why some are wondering if he'll be able to make the roster. Sports is next. Now here are Renee Chu and Jeff Hogan with a look at what we're working on for tomorrow morning.
Thanks, Elizabeth Gardner. Will be tracking record highs in the low temperature category, meaning we are just not going to cool off. And we could be seeing our hottest day of the year tomorrow.
Plus, baby gear safety concerns. An infant sleeper is still being sold in stores despite testing that shows it could be dangerous for babies. 5 on Your Side shows you the problem and the company's response.
Join us tomorrow beginning at 4:30 a.m.
South Carolina native Hunter Renfrow might be on the cusp of an amazing comeback story. He was one of the best route runners in the NFL, and then a bout of ulcerative colitis took him out of the game for a year. He says he weighed 150 pounds. This past offseason, the Carolina Panthers signed him to a one-year deal. Now, some are questioning whether he'll be able to make the roster, but Renfrow has been making highlight plays in the first week of training camp and turning heads. Head coach Dave Canales says that he's picked up right where he's left off.
I mean, it's just the Hunter Renfrow I remember. So he looks healthy. And I mean, I think, everyone who's watched football over the last, 4 or 5 years remembers what he looks like, and he's really playing at top form right now. I'm really excited to have him here and to have his family, which is, right down the road here after this practice, to be able to just connect with him. And it's a great story, that's unfolding right in front of our eyes. So it's really exciting to see him playing out there.
The Carolina Panthers are also making moves on the defensive side of the ball. I had a chance to go one-on-one with cornerback Mike Jackson at training camp earlier this week to talk about his personal and team goals. Training camp still going on for the Carolina Panthers and being joined now by cornerback Mike Jackson. And before we get into the meat of what's happening at training camp, I know that folks have probably joked about this before, but you came in last year as Michael Jackson. Then there's Bobby Brown now on the team. Do you guys ever, play that music in the locker room between those two guys?
Nah, we just chill. We play everything else but that.
Okay. Some of the new guys that's on the offense, what types of problems are they going to be giving, cornerbacks like yourself on other tems during the season?
Oh, they ain't going to give me no problem. Come on, that's training.
Other cornerbacks on other cornerbacks.
Friends right now.
Other cornerbacks on other teams.
But I'll say T-Mac, he real crafty to be a rookie. Like, he got some craftiness to him. Then you got Jimmy, who's speed, but he's learning to use his routes with his speed.
What are your goals for this season, and in what ways are you trying to step up for the Carolina Panthers this year?
My goals for this year: 6 picks, take 2 to the crib, 10 plus PBUs, 10 plus pass defended, and for me, it's kind of just play my role. I feel like in years past, when I had a successful year, the following year I tried to come out and I got to be a leader and be this rah-rah guy, and that's naturally not me. So this year it's kind of Mike, just be your role. It don't have to be all rah-rah. You could just still be you, because I look at it like Dennis Rodman in the Hall of Fame just being a role player. Yeah. So being a role player is cool. So it's just bro, just do your job. Don't let nobody catch balls and communicate.
I love how you had the exact numbers. Is that actual goals you wrote down? Is that something that's important to you?
Yeah, those goals, I haven't wrote them down yet. I write them down at the beginning of the season, but that's something I've been thinking really since last year. because I know I had, 17, 18 PBUs, like easily 4 or 5 of them supposed to been picked. So it's just like trust myself and really just believe in me.
All right, the Women's Euro Championship final. This was a good one. You watched this on Fox 50 earlier this afternoon. England versus Spain. Winner takes all. Game ends in a 1-1 tie, so we needed penalty kicks to settle the score. England was up 2-1 in PKs in their final chance. If they miss this one, keep Spain's chances alive. But Chloe Kelly just has ice in her veins. She puts her shot up, hits the back of the net, and England becomes your 2025 Women's Euro champions, winning 3-1 in penalty kicks, their second Euro championship in a row. After a long time of Germany just dominating this, it looks like England is going to start dominating this Women's Euro as they won the last 2 times. So, hey, we have to look out for them in 2029.
Yeah, Chris, I mean, you completely just took the words out of my mouth there. I was going to say a shockingly dominant finish there. So, thank you very much, Chris. And thank you for joining us here tonight. NBC Nightly News coming up next. We'll be back here with another half hour of local news tonight at 11. Have a good evening, everybody.